All right, what's up everyone? So I'm Devin Egan, co-founder of Club Pickleball USA. We are located in Orem, Utah, which is the mecca for pickleball. Per capita in the country, there are more pickleball players in Utah County, Utah, than anywhere else in the country. So we're honored to be here. We love our local community here. And you are looking at the inside of Club Pickleball USA. This is our pro shop area and just kind of welcome greeting area. We know that pickleball is such a social sport that we plan on this area being a really just social environment. We love the windows so that people can watch. And if you need a quiet moment to have a conversation, you'll be able to sit at bar stools here and still be seeing the play that's happening out in the courts. So a little bit about the club. It features 15 indoor courts with outdoor surfacing. We love the idea of outdoor courts with indoor comfort. So year round here in Utah, if you know the weather, it gets really hot in the summer. It also gets really cold and snowy in the winter. So we wanted to provide a solution to the community where you can play year round and do it in a really comfortable environment. Of the 15 courts, 2 of them we've labeled as championship courts. They have a little additional space, a little bit better lighting, and the facility is really just kind of decked out with space so that you can access every court in the facility without crossing across another court. We did all permanent netting and permanent posts, so that we just wanted to make sure that the caliber of play was tournament style. And that's whether you're playing in a tournament or if you're just playing with friends on a Thursday afternoon. We also built the club to feature an atmosphere where it would be more affordable to people if you played more often. So we're trying to be loyal to our local pickleball community, and when we designed Club Pickleball USA, we wanted to make sure that our pricing structure was affordable, but also that it gave kind of the benefit and privilege to the people that play the most to pay the least per hour as they played at the club. So Tyler, I don't know if we want to go inside and kind of see some of the courts. We can come on in here. We're just surfacing things now. We also just finished up all of the LED lighting. It's brand new. They just finished today with the lift, and we're pretty excited about it. If you can pardon our mess, we have had a lot of shipments from Amazon and a few other places, but when you look in here, you're looking at 42,000 square feet, and every court obviously has your gray surface with the blue interior. We wanted to keep a nice, deep, rich color so that it'll contrast really nicely with the ball. And right here in the middle are your four courts, 2 of which are the championship courts, championship court number 1 and then number 4 down at the end. And then around the perimeter, you have courts 5 through 15, and every court is of standard, 30 by 60 dimension, and every court will feature, like I said, the permanent net posts and netting system. So, Tyler, I don't know if you have any specific questions about the club or kind of the story of how we got started, but I'm happy to share anything. I'm an open book.
Sure. Why did you guys choose the colors that you did?
Well, the Club Pickleball USA theme is freedom to play. So we wanted to keep a red, white, and blue theme, but we also wanted to keep a really clean look on the courts. So we stuck with blue and gray just for simplicity's sake. It's also very neutral, and you will see some red in here. And then, we just really like the kind of patriotic theme of red, white, and blue. So down at the end, we'll have a large American flag that'll fly along the back wall. It'll be 30 feet wide and 20 feet tall. And we just really like that pickleball right now, when you go to a park, you don't necessarily have the freedom to play. You have to wait, or you don't have total control over when you play or who you play with or how long you play, because there are other people that want to get in on a game. So our theme here at Club Pickleball USA is just freedom to play. If you want to get in and have some court time, you have the ability to reserve a court in advance, but we'll also have a lot of drop-in play where you can just swing by at random. But yeah, the red, white, and blue theme is definitely American. We're here in Utah. We love America and we love our country, and we love the sport of pickleball and having that freedom to play the sport. So,
how long were you guys planning on doing this, and how long did it take you to find the facility?
Yeah, so it took us a lot longer than we anticipated to find a facility. We figured, hey, with COVID, with some of the commercial real estate struggles that are happening under COVID, we might be able to land a place rather quickly, and we were a little bit mistaken on that. Utah is a thriving local economy, at least, and between the mountains and the lake, Utah Lake, there aren't a ton of options really for commercial space here. And so land is limited. We're landlocked between the mountain and the lake. And what ended up happening is we had made, I would say, probably 7 or 8 different offers on various facilities in Utah County. We even looked at building on a plot of land with a bubble structure. And neighboring this property is Hang Time as well as a diamond rental place. And we had a verbal yes on the diamond rental place, and that fell through. And so we started negotiating on this place. And it really was about a 4.5 month project to look at space, map it out, run the numbers. And the business model obviously thrives on the number of courts that you can fit in a facility. And this was really the largest one that we found. The ceiling height was perfect. The spacing around the courts was ideal. And we just felt like this was a total win once we found the right numbers. And to maybe speak to that a little bit, Tyler, we built the model with price in mind before we ever went and found space, knowing that just the pickleball community probably would want and prefer a specific pricing structure that it would be able to tolerate. You know, the sport is growing out of parks and churches and just public spaces for play. And so we wanted to make the transition from the park to the club as affordable as possible, and this ended up allowing us to do that. You know, with a number of other places gave us that option, but some of them were 6 courts or 8 courts. And anyway, we just really feel like we found a gem here.
What type of events are you most excited for to hold here?
Well, for me personally, I mean, I just like playing with my pickleball group, a group of friends of us that are, 8 to 10 people, and we play regularly in backyards in Salt Lake and Utah County. But I think long term, it's going to be the tournaments. I think everybody loves the competitive nature of a tournament, and that it's a little less casual, even though the sport is really friendly. Tournaments always just bring out the best in everyone from a competitive standpoint. And so I'm looking forward to the tournaments. I'm also looking forward to some of the youth events. Obviously, JPO has a place here at Club Pickleball USA. And then a lot of the clinics and training that will happen here. We just feel like it'll help the sport grow, not only from a talent perspective and who's interested in the sport, but it'll help just everyone. If you want to become move from being a 4-0 player to a 4-5, we'll have a place for you here to come and learn from the best, pros like Tyler, Susie Anderson, and others that'll be a part of the club.
You may have answered this already, but what do you think the common folk, the common player, will like most about this facility?
Oh man, I hope that it's the community, that you can always come here and find people to play with. And maybe secondary to that, secondary to the kind of the social community aspect of it, I think that the best feature of the club is that you can come here, pack your bag, and plan to play. You're not going to wait. And I think that, at least with my experience in going to a public park or even playing at someone's house, it's like shared court time. We've got, a 2-hour time slot to play, and there are 6 to 8 guys that are trying to work their way in. And not that that's bad, but I think that for the average person, their favorite part about the club will just be guaranteed court time, being able to come and play when they want to play.
Awesome. Real quick, do you want to take us around these first few courts and just kind of point out the spacing, the nets, just kind of what you envision for this place to look like?
Yeah, so we're standing on championship court number 1 right now. It hasn't been cleaned, so forgive the footprints, but obviously permanent netting, the nice bright white lines, your grays on the kitchen and on the outside, and then obviously your blues here. We feel like the contrast there is going to really provide an awesome area for play, nice contrast with the ball. And then you've got courts 2 and 3 right here that'll often be used for clinics and other training. And then your other championship court is court number 4 down at the end. And we have enough spacing here in the club that when guys like Tyler or ladies like Susie, the pros, are here, we'll have bleachers and viewing space. You can literally see every court in the facility from the aisles. So it's a little bit of a U-shaped aisle, but if you can see the contrast between the old concrete and the new court finishing, this is where you'll just have a lot of access to the courts and visibility. You could go watch every match that's being played with, by going on a 30-second walk around the club. So down here at the bottom, you've also got 5 consecutive courts that are 5 in a row. And then up along each side are 3 courts. And we spaced the courts from the walls by an extra 1.5 feet just to give extra playing space, but also extra player safety, so that when you're doing, that fancy Tyler signature move with an around the pole shot, you have plenty of space to execute it. And then the next thing I feel like that's a big bonus is the lighting. So when we came into this facility, they had lighting that was probably from the 1970s or 80s. I don't know how old it was, but half of it wasn't working. And anyway, we're really excited about the new LEDs. And then you'll also notice all of the skylights. There is a ton of natural light in here. So from a play standpoint, visibility of the ball, we just feel like the caliber of play here is going to be really top notch. And then you can hear it in the background noise. The heater is running right now. And I don't know about you, Tyler, but I'm not cold, even though it's like 20 degrees outside right now. We love the comfort of indoor play. That'll be a benefit both in the winter and the summer. You're not going to get skin cancer in here playing under the sun. You might have a little sunlight come through the skylights, but other than that, we feel like the comfort of playing here is going to be top notch.
Awesome. I think that's it. We'll wrap up. We'll do a follow-up with you once all the courts are lined up. But thanks for taking the time, Devin.
Yeah, and I'll maybe just in passing or parting words would be, if you want to explore the club, go to clubpickleballusa.com. If you want to join the club, you can go to joinclubusa.com. And also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see all of the latest things that are happening. We plan on opening. We are targeting something near January 8th, 9th, or the following week. And we have our first tournament January 15th, 16th, and 18th. So I hope to meet you all soon, and thanks so much for the time, Tyler.